Hello, very good evening, friends. So, anyone who has joined on this live session, can you please chat on the chat box? And after a long back, I'm just started making a live videos, but at this time not for stocks, and it's time for mutual funds. So, I'm doing mutual funds from past to 4 5 years from 2018. So now I'm just promoting wherever I'm doing the mutual funds. And some of my students were asking just post videos regarding mutual funds also. That I'm just started here in this video. And I'm a AMFI registered mutual fund distributor where I'm just doing the mutual funds distribution and as a registered person. And let me wait anyone who are joining on this session. It'll be better for an engagement. But in this video, I'm just going to make some logics how to select the right mutual fund. So which is going to give you better return over the period of time. So you know very well mutual funds are always having a market risk. If you are going for an equity fund or a hybrid fund, so wherever your funds were invested in equity, so it is completely having the market risk. So where that's why we are making the video. The mutual fund schemes are related to the market risk and read all the scheme related documents before investing and the fast performance of the funds is not an indicative measures for the expected or a future performance, but this is what um, the disclaimer. So where I mentioned, but I just doing this mutual fund as a AMP registered mutual fund distributor. AMP is nothing but Association of Mutual Funds in India. So when anyone who want to start a mutual fund distribution, so we need to complete an NISM exam, and then we have to register with the AMFI, and finally we get a registration AMFI registration number. It's nothing about ARN. So my ARN is 132346. I'll be showing that my ARN. And this session mainly for those who are seeking a long-term investment on mutual funds and uh, creating a wealth through mutual fund. So you'll be understand how I'm just going to find out. So before going to make that mutual fund investment, so I'm just going to discuss about the some 10 points where I'm just going to selecting your funds. The most important 10 points. How do I select the funds? That I'm going to discuss because I know well this is what an video. After a long back, I'm making a live session on my channel. Maybe people don't aware of that. While I'm coming on the live by daily basis, they will know. So where I'm just going to this is what the first time after a long back I'm just started this live session. Okay, anyone who are on the live session right now, so can you please just ping me on the chat box? We will discuss about your queries, or we can discuss about that. I don't know. So how many people who are joined at this moment? Okay, let me try. So anyone who are here, and please let me know my voice and audio video clear. That very important. So without video audio, how we can move it? Okay, so that's very important. Anyone here? Just ping me your comments and we'll start. Okay, so the most important, anyone here on the session, but I'm just planning to weekly 2 times or maybe based on your support, I'll just creating this live session at the end evening. Maybe we have started a mutual fund distribution also. So here I'm just going to discuss about maybe after sometimes you may be watching the video also. Okay, that would be helping you. So I'll start the video. So I'm not worried about how many people who are joined because it's a new. I know very well. So very few people aware of that where I'm just connecting the live session. Okay. So for example, while selecting a mutual fund, so we have to focus some of the most important points that is very important thing is I'm just going to discuss. The first one which we are going to look for the investment goal. So how much investment goal is nothing about why you are going to invest. So, for example, if I'm going to invest on mutual funds to reach my goals, maybe the goals may be a short term or a long term or even medium term. So, for example, if my goal is short term, so short term goal like 1 to 3 years, whatever the goals you have, and a medium term goal is something around 3 to 5 years, and a long term goal, if you are looking for a long term goals, it's more than 5 years plus. So you need to decide which type of goals you are. For example, after 5 years, I need to buy a car, and after 10 years, I need to buy a home, and after 30 years, I am planning for retirement, or after 20 years, I'm planning for retirement. So that's most important things which you have to plan with this your investment goal. And also you need to understand how the second point, your risk ability or risk tolerance, that based on that you need to select the fund. Risk tolerance is our risk ability is nothing about the each and every individual, the risk ability is differ. So whether you are a low risk, high risk or medium risk, so based on this category also we need to find out your investment or your we need to find out your goals, and also you need to select a funds. Okay, so based on this and the fund performance, the third one is most important things why we are investing for a performance. Okay, so for example, fund performance we are looking for, that is what the third thing. So without the fund is not performing, so where I can invest. So this is what a fund performance is another important thing. So we need to check for a returns, historical return. So and then we can for a alpha. Alpha is nothing about a risk adjusted return. So how much risk which I have taken and how much return I am making from that, taking that much of risk, and fund manager track record. These are all the things comes under the fund performance track record we have to check. So after looking at all the things and all the factors, we need to create a like a folios or fund selection, and then expense ratio also one of the key important. So fourth one is an expense ratio. Expense ratio is nothing about managing the fund. So to manage the fund, the AMCs are charging some expenses ratio. Some funds are low, and some new funds are having normally higher, and huge AUM funds are that expense ratio is lower, and comparatively direct and regular. So direct is lower than the regular one, and asset under management AUM. So these are all the main thing. So AUM, so how much AUM and the funds are managing. If it is a huge AUM, that would more stable, but that same huge AUM, that would be some risk because if it is a huge AUM, they are for large funds may also facing challenges in delivering high returns due to their fund size, because they are in huge, right? So for an example, HDFC mid cap, sorry, HDFC mid cap, yeah, I think it is 75,000 crores, and Nippon small cap, it is almost 65,000 crores right now. It is having their fund size. Okay, and that also we can check it, and fund house, and that means AMC, what IMC, which we are going to look for. So it is long term, no, long term investment. We need to select the AMC also, what type of AMC we can look for. Okay, and these are all the most important factor. I think no one has joined it right now, and let me wait someone who are looking at to join that. Okay, so fund house AMC, that's another one, good AMC, yeah. And compare with the benchmark, that is what another thing, benchmark. The funds are beating the benchmark for the over the period of time. That is when very important. And tax efficiency, right now there is no ELSS funds are not taxable at this moment because of the new rules which changed on the tax. And finally, ratings means how the funds are rating, the rating given by the agencies like Scrizzle, Morningstar, and Value Research. Some of the companies are giving you the ratings for the funds. So that is also we need to track. So these are all the most important factors which you to track to find the funds. Okay, so let me wait. Anyone who are joined in this session, just ping me on the chat box. I think no one is not yet joined. Anyone at this moment who are joining on this session, let me connect. Let me share your um, comments here. Maybe we need to inform that people to join. Let me make share this on my telegrams. Anyone who are interested, they can join now. Okay. So I said maybe a video I can talk discuss one to one. Here it is in a session which I'm just planned it, but I was just planned it today is a good day we to start it. So that's why. So these are all the things which you have to check. It's going on now, the live session. So let me try anyone who are joining here. So most important thing. So investment goal, the time horizon. So how you are looking for a short term, medium or long term, and risk high, low or medium risk taker you are, and then the historical return and how we are going to take the risk versus return, and that things which we are going to took and alpha, that is what a risk adjusted return and something like that fund performance and expense ratio, AUM, AMC. So these are all the things which we are going to look for. I think someone who joined here, I hope he may be comment now. Anyone here in this live session, just ping me on the chat box. Because anyone, so because after long time I was started this live session, and many people not aware of that while I'm connecting. So I just now promoting and sending here to track. Okay, the live is for how to select a best funds. So where I'm just selecting the funds based on some parameters I have having to find some funds for better results. And no one is there. I think it's because in the live session I can't able to check how many people are there. Based on the comments only I can check it. Let me try. And even how many fonts are there or how many categories are there. So which we are looking for long-term investment. Anyone who are on the live, so maybe we will do it for the purpose. Okay, for example, I'll just going to try for how many funds are there in a category. So in equity schemes, you can see this much of categories are available, lot of categories like in equity alone. So you'll be seeing lot of categories. I'm just going to check how the funds are performing over the period of time. So I'm not checking for 1 year. I'm just looking at a 10 year, 3 year and 5 years. So this is what average return. And for an example, I'm just taking a contra or I'm just taking a flexi cap or I'll just how to I'm reading this and you will be easily understood. I will try. So any one sector we will take. So from here average return for the last 3 years, the thematic PSU funds are giving you better result almost 36% and transportation 31 and infrastructure 30 plus. This is an average return from that and mid cap, small cap 24% on 3 year basis. Okay, so maximum return somewhere around small cap where it is generated 30 plus and here transport and logistics are some transport and that is a thematic one and minimum return 31 and here small cap is 18. Okay, So 5-year basis, let we average return. Small caps are better performing in last 5-year basis, and let me check in 10-year basis. The small cap will be there. So over the period of time, the small cap categories are given a better performance. Then sectoral category like technology, manufacturing, and mid cap also be there. So where I'm seeing mid cap also be in the category. So but here in this category we have a lot of funds. For example, in the small cap category we have a lot of funds. So we need to filter out and which fund should be the better for a long term investment. Uh, Maybe in small cap we have a lot of things. Okay, lot of funds, almost 25 plus funds are there in a small cap category. So we need to filter out and we need to find out. Okay, so for that we have to check how many funds. For an example, small cap funds, if you are searching with the Google, funds in a category, small cap funds, let me go with the money control. So here it will show you how many funds are there, the most. So in small cap category, you can look at this, a lot of funds, I think it is in ads. Okay, so you can see almost a lot of funds are there. Previously, we discussed about how their funds are performing over the period of time. So that is also mentioned here. So maybe if you are looking at maybe huge funds. So initially, I will be finding and I will be filtering out the funds by the ranking, result ranking here. So 5-star funds, Bandhan and ITS small cap. And a 4-star funds, we have Franklin, Nippon, HSBC, Invest One. 3-star funds. So Tata, Edelweiss, Sundaram, Franklin, something called this much of funds. So instead of that, we will be filtering out the funds. Okay, so what are the funds which is showing you? I think this one is a very difficult to do that because of ads. So funds based on the ranking and based on the performance. So look at this, the Canara, it's a I had one. So Bandhan is showing you 47% and LIC it's almost 38. It's a year. But if you are looking at 5-year basis, we have the top discount and Nippon, Canara, Edelweiss, Tata. So here so a lot of funds is there, and basis of that, I'm just going to filter out some of the funds. So based on the performance, that fund performance, okay, like I need to go for a consistent performance, and that is category how many funds are performing better. So among 25 or 26 or even 29, we will try to find very few 10 top 10 better. So I'm just filtering out a top 10. So top 10. So where we got it, this was the top 10 friends. So Bank of India small cap. So where we can see in here, what is the top in Bank of India small cap and regular. Okay, so that is in the top. And another one, we can see in Edelweiss small cap. So here, it based on that, and here we will be getting all the details of the funds. So for example, Nippon small cap is having a 61,000 AUM crores. HDFC having higher, the top three highest AUM funds are Quant and HDFC and Nippon. Okay, so from there we to select some funds. First, not only the performance basis, we have another risk ratios that is very important to select. And I'm just going to take the risk sharp ratio should be always be higher. That will be giving some good result. And alpha should be higher. In this case, Nippon, Franklin, HSBC, Tata having a good alpha. And beta should be lower. And you can look at this, the funds of ICICI Prudential having very, very lower beta and Tata small cap and one more thing Edelweiss, Sundaram, Franklin. So these are all the top lower one and standard deviation also it should be lower. It's a fluctuation. So that is a risk ratio. So based on that we can select the better funds. Okay, for your long term investment. Even more criteria, but no one is an active here at this moment. So I'll be closing this live session. Better we will be planning for a next day, maybe a Saturday or a Sunday. That would be better. People maybe watching. Thank you. Because I thought people will join this session, but no problem. So we will be start continuing the sessions by evenings to get an good knowledge about the investment in mutual funds. And I am also doing the portfolio management service as a APIM registered distributor. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.